How's everybody on a Wednesday afternoon? For some reason, I keep wanting to say Friday. I wishful thinking. I don't know. How's everybody doing? Spring has sprung. Hallelujah. I think we're all tired of being cold. Cold this year, that's enough of that mess. Let me tell you, when the folks in the north complain about winter, it's been a bad winter. I hope everybody's doing all right. I look forward to this all morning. Went through all the comments from last time. Great comments. We'll bring a few of those up, but I hope everybody's doing all right. I hope you got something good on your work table. And again, spring is coming. That's so nice. We got to say it twice. Yeah. So hope everybody's all right. We got some good stuff to look at, talk about. But thus far, everybody, so good to see your names pop up. Maz, first one in my shop today. Y'all are always welcome in my shop. In fact, we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. A couple of comments from last time. We'll address that. But anyway, Carrie, you're in my prayers. I'll tell you, you're in my prayers, and you're exactly right. We don't know his timeline. It's different than ours. It'll happen. Waiting for a job to open up. Maybe that's it, Carrie, but you're in my prayers. Absolutely. Thinking about you. Joe South, Jim Jenkins, hope y'all are doing all right. Hope everybody's all right. I'm still in the hoodie because it's a little cooler in my shop. Mid 70s, maybe something outside. I wish it'd stay cool in my shop through the summer. Yeah, about 90 days, I'm going to have the box fan upstairs blowing cold air down here because, don't want to drip on your projects unless you're tooling. Then it's okay. Anyway, Tom Larry. Tom, good to see your name pop up. Same with everybody. Jerry King, what is everyone working on? Working on a Western drop gun belt and holster. Oh, nice. Very nice. Uh, Dean is with us. Dean, good to see your name pop up. Shane. I'm unworthy. Chuck Day. I don't know if I'm worthy of that, but Shane, good to see it. I think we even got a comment here from last time from you that was pretty funny. We'll talk about that as well, but let's see. Oh, night for today. I saw this just before we went up, and again, I'm so bad about starting to read comments and not looking at the clock. Joshua, let's see. It's been one of those days. 5-minute project. Oh, yay. It starts with a 5-minute project. Part broke, putting in the last screw. Can't find replacement. Broke a bootlace. Oh, man. Drove it. Driven every store in 2 counties trying to find a wall hanger. Sometimes it sounds like you're having a Monday on a Wednesday. Oh, good. 2 Mondays this week. Lovely. Let's see. Jerry, at 65 years old, I'm probably the oldest one here. Been doing leather for more than 40 years. Got some good experience. Got some good knowledge there, Jerry. I've seen your holsters. Yeah, I've seen your holsters. So very nice. Mama said there'd be days like this. My mama said. That's right, Dean. Patrick, good to have you back. Absolutely. David Smout, so many projects in my tank. In the tank, my real job is really starting to get in the way of the job I love. I know, what a pain in the ass, right? Just working for a living cuts into my day. Yeah, well, when you start working for yourself, you still have bosses. Because now, instead of one boss, now every customer you have is a boss. And you still got the same hours, actually longer hours. Yeah, I don't know which is better. I've done both. So it's a thin line between the two, but yeah, working for yourself, you're poor, but there's something about it. And it's funny too. When you're making a living, the banks, they're happy to loan you money. When you work for yourself, they won't even let you in the door. Yeah, they give you that side look. Don't let him in here. But yeah, it's a lot of hours, but it's definitely worth it. You know what? You're making your living with these, and that feels pretty good. That feels pretty good, absolutely. But David, I'm glad to hear you got so many projects. At least on a list somewhere. There's just no end to it. There's no end to the possibilities. And again, we'll talk about this because there's another project. I know I've seen these. Just never thought about making one. I actually put it on the project list. Just one of those. there's so many projects. I mean, there's so many things. I don't know if one person can name all the things that can be made out of leather. And then just any given item, how many different possibilities, right? How many manipulations of design or shape or size or decoration, hardware, color, finish, so many possibilities. I still say there are more leather projects than I can make in a day. And I absolutely believe that. You ever make a project and it comes out great, it's gorgeous. Ooh, well, how would this look in a different dye color or a different combination or a different finish on our lip? I know, and it starts to spin. So now one project has turned into 10 projects. And then when you get those finished, now you got 10 more ideas for that project. No end to the possibilities. It's one of the best things about our craft. Literally unlimited possibilities and project, shape, size, color, decoration, tooling, stamping, painting, filigree cut. So many possibilities. So many silhouette tooling. It's one of my favorites. We got to do a video on that because it's a simpler tooling. It's a little bit more simple. So for folks that want to step into the tooling or the carving, technically, it's a great place to start. And you're going to be happy with what you've got. Absolutely. So I'm glad to hear that, David. Thank you for bringing that up. Also, it's a giveaway day. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. In fact, 15 minutes are going to go by like that. So we'll hear, yeah, that'll come up in no time. But I do want to do this because so many great comments from last time. And I miss them. I miss so many comments. But I think our chat rate last time, I got a picture of it. It was like 14. So 14 times 60, it's a lot. I'm not even going to attempt to do that math. Anyway, it's a lot of comments. Thank you thanks for doing that. And just great comments. Just because I got to write some of these down because I missed them. And I feel bad about that. But B, these are great comments. All right. So, all right. Lost waste detecting, made an incense burner. I can't imagine. I haven't seen one or many of these or thousands of these at a Renaissance fair. But I think probably talking about maybe the little boat with the curved ends. How cool is how many different ways could we make some cool little incense burner? I mean, just maybe two pieces of leather, because they've got that little ridge in the center for the ash as it burns down. Oh, 2 layers of leather with that stamped, carved, wet formed. Great wet forming project. So great idea. One out of nowhere. Never thought about it. Probably saw them, loved them, came and went, yeah, something, yeah. Anyway, shiny object, probably squirrel. Anyway, Nerdy Kitten had a great one too, because it just struck me as funny. Weaver Official has entered the chat. Everyone behave. And I thought, oh crap, I need to as well. Cessna Shane. Okay, so last time we gave away it's a leather lace cutter. I think that's the official because there's been like 15 different tabletop lace and stripper, right? So Shane was saying, hey, why don't we make the giveaway word stripper? We actually talked about that. Maybe we didn't talk about that, but when Miriam emailed me, said, well, maybe let's be careful about what word we use for the giveaway because I would have used stripper. And the funny thing, probably wouldn't have thought about the connection. Right, I'm thinking about stripping laces. So anyway, good one, Shane. Now, I'm going to botch this one, but I'd rather botch it and say hello than not at all. So El Rincon del Telebertero from Aguascalientes. Aguascalientes, Mexico. I knew I was going to botch that. I even practiced that over and over. Thank you for being here. That's the point. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're back this week. I hope it was worth your time. Absolutely. Again, Mexico, our friendly neighbors to the south. We've got friends in every country on this planet. Absolutely. Okay, Ken Kringle. Chris, really? Ken Kringle, Leather and Lace, Don, and Stevie Nicks. I got to meet Stevie Nicks when I was working at a radio station in Atlanta in my 20s or whatever. We had 3 stations. We had news talk, sports, and rock. And she'd come in for an interview, and I got to meet her and got to meet a lot of celebrities working at a radio station. Boy, did the pay suck. I mean, yeah. I left that simply because I have this desire to both live indoors and eat. I know, what a spoiled child, but those are two things in life I tend to like, right? So, but working at the radio station, hours suck too. Crappy pay, crappy hours. You'd work like 4 hours in the morning. I was a live producer for Imus in the morning. So I was at the station at 4 in the morning because we went up at 6. I had to record the news, get everything, weather, all that, traffic, get all that together. We'd go up at 6 to 10, off until later that day. I would come in and work on the sports channel from like 8 to midnight. And then back at Oh, I mean, you're in the radio for the love of it. That's period. It ain't the money, it ain't the hours, it ain't the prestige. But anyway, point is, Ken Kringle, you're exactly right. Leather and lace. And all right, now this is a funny one because Smitty, all right. So I mentioned, I was going to do a big shop cleaning. I actually did. It took a whole day, but mostly, I mean, mostly. Okay. Anyway, so Smitty, I would love to come to Texas. Smitty said, "Hey, why don't you come to Texas and help me clean my shop?" I would love to, Smitty. Um, for some barbecue. Yeah, I said, "Why don't you come out and clean my shop? I'll get you some good now Texas barbecue, unarguably, right? I would go to Texas just for the barbecue. But the thought comes to mind. How about this? So wouldn't it be funny if we set up a shop delegation with all of our family, right? Somebody puts up like, okay, big like searchlight, Batman puts. How about we put like the leather, a hide shape on a searchlight? 25 leather crafters show up at your shop, and it's like the end of the Charlie Brown Christmas special with the tree where all the kids get around. Oh, you see your hands? They step away. Ding. Right. Your shop is absolutely beautiful. Wouldn't that be I mean, that would actually be a lot of fun to be able to coordinate or organize something like that. But be kind of like storm chasers. The call comes out and you go help somebody out. Now, there's two downsides to this. Okay. Whole bunch of people come in and help you clean your shop. It's all clean and beautiful. Where are your rivets at? Right. Where's my setters? Where's my mallet? So, but another downside, you got to feed us. Yeah. And we'll accept payment in the way of pizza, ribs, bacon, barbecue, donuts, cookies, bacon, because you got to say bacon twice, right? Because, yeah, I tell my wife I love her almost more than bacon. Anyway, so one more, and this is funny. Great sign. You ever do that, like just the clickbait at the bottom of your news, your news app? And there's one sign that it's just stuck in my mind. And it says this: do everything today with the confidence of a 4-year-old in a Batman t-shirt. That's exactly right. Isn't it? That's a great. I'm probably going to put that on my pegboard in my shop because that's a great one. Yeah. So, okay. So let's see. We're going to talk about snaps because from last time, saw a couple of comments on snaps, and yes, these can almost be as big a problem as letter stamps. Yeah, I've got an answer, and I mentioned it in a video here and there, but I didn't use these for so long, and we'll come back around to that because that's our product of the week, both that and the center set. Okay. But again, we are doing a giveaway this week, and that's going to be coming up here any minute. But I need to jump back over here because I feel when I go through the comments from last time, I feel so bad. I miss so many of them. This is why we're here. This. So anyway, all right, let's see. Let me catch up. Brian Moreland is with us. Mike Thompson. Liz Kronk. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing all right. Kevin Wise. Colleen Bowers. Y'all, thank you for being here. I mispronounced somebody's name. And should I go back and put my foot in my mouth? Yeah, foot and mouth disease. I am afflicted. So if I mispronounce your name, please forgive me. Giveaway time. It is giveaway time. Okay. How did that get here so fast? So anyway, all right. So our giveaway today. Let me get over to this. This is something that very few of us have. And I saw this morning, I thought, perfect giveaway because it's something that not many of us are going to have. I've rarely seen one of these in somebody's leather shop. Very helpful to us. Now, for the new folks, it's going to help us start learning our ways. Typically, pretty easy to learn, but it'll help us to fine tune that. But also for us, those of us that are a little more experienced, it helps us fine tune. But also, if we've got a project, we found the perfect weight for that, we can measure it and we know exactly what we're looking for. So, yeah, it's probably not a surprise at this point. But how about a leather gauge? A lot of us are just not going to buy one of these for ourselves. We're not going to think about it. Um, but this is one of the most helpful things in my shop. It's just a gauge to measure our leather thickness. But so many times I've knocked a project together. I'm like, that is so perfect. And I'm like, is that an 8 to 9? So I'm usually pretty close, but sometimes we need to make sure, particularly if we want to order that leather again. Okay. So let's see. With all of that, I forgot to gauge. If you want to enter the contest, just type in the word gauge, Gauge. Then at 3:45, Miriam's going to pick a winner. Now, contiguous US, and I'm sorry about that. I wanted to give away the real nice one, but this is the less expensive. There's two above this, and they're pricey. They're pricey. You know, if you're in a production shop, definitely. If you're a tanner, definitely the larger, like a deeper throat, absolutely. This works great for us crafters. Anyway, the word is gauge. Type in the word gauge, and then at 3:45, Miriam's going to pick a winner for us. All right, great little product to have in our shop. I don't use it all the time, but when I need it, it's all the help in the world. Absolutely. So again, gauge, and we'll pick a winner in 30 minutes. All right. I don't know. Almost went to game show host voice there. Almost. And Chuck has left the building and without his parting prize. Okay. So let's get back over here. And I'll bet, let's see, we got a lot of gauge coming up. Yeah, look at that. All right. I wish everybody could win. I really do. I wish everybody could win. But let's see. Let me back up a little bit before that. We'll get everybody. Everybody will put in gauge, then we'll come back to some chats and comments and questions and whatnot. So let me see during this time if I might be able to catch up a little bit. Uh-oh. Yeah. Weaver official in the chat. Everybody behave. Everybody look busy. Right. Okay. Bob Salter. Oh, mine's a cheapie. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, okay. IND Bassinger. I got an answer there for you. There's South Mississippi. Frank Cuevas. Nice. Hello to South Mississippi. Beautiful country. Absolutely beautiful. Again, friendly people, beautiful country. Let me tell you, some good food. North and South Mississippi's got some good food. They're kind of buttoned up next to Louisiana. We don't even have to go into details on Louisiana and their food. Oh, Cajun. Oh, baby. Hot, but so good. It's so good. Anyway, let's see. Carrie, keeping a smile on our face. Thank you for that, Carrie. Absolutely. I'll say in a prayer, Carrie, that something falls in your lap, and it's the best thing you've ever done. Keeping my fingers crossed, and you were definitely in my prayers. Oh, hey, Rob Scroggins. Rob, great one. Maybe do a show like Bar Rescue. Come in and fix a shop disaster. That's actually a great idea. Very nice. Oh man, and Patrick almost must have been to the bacon comment. I think my wife would leave me for a large jar of Kalamata olives. Oh man, but I mean it is right. That's yeah. Say, and my wife's the same with olives, and the whole array of peppers. I'm not big on the hot, real hot. I like a little bite, but I like a little taste in there too. But yeah, olives. Oh man, pepperoncinis. And this is funny. I'm not even leather food. Fun. Anyway, we were in a little tourist town. We were at a pizza place, and I love just good pepperoni pizza. Right, big hot pepperoni. Well, somebody behind us ordered a pepperoni and banana pepper pizza. And I mean, when she went by with that pizza, everybody's mouth started watering. I don't think we've ordered a pepperoni pizza without banana peppers ever since. If you're not sure, give it a try. Very tasty. And it just, oh man. Anyway, all right. That's enough food, right? We keep sliding over into food. I got to bring us back into leather because that's what we're talking about here. Um, oh, J2G Designs. Oh man, the fan page. I know we'll talk about the fan page too. I fell off for a week because I took 3 days off last week doing a staycation. Yeah. It in no way resembled a vacation because yeah, that wasn't a vacation. That was do chores. So um yay. I know you get the homeowner. Oh, that's enough of that. But I did take one of those days and just do a good shop cleaning and oh, it feels so good to have a clean shop, doesn't it? It just feels so good. And then you walk up to your table and go, I don't know what to work on. Right? When that happens, give it a minute. Does anybody keep a folder of project ideas? I do simply because of the project videos. It's my job to do that. But um, if you just keep a list of project ideas just in a folder somewhere in your shop, you are never without a project. But a lot of times I'll look through my list and I'm like, oh, there's one. And it's like, as soon as you see that, some great idea pops into your head for decoration or shape or size or whatever, and you are on, right? There's no stopping you at that point. That's the feeling we're looking for. Just jump into a project and get on it. And I think mentally, I've said this before, but I think that's more important than we would think. Simply because when we get in our shop, we're working on our project, at least this is for me. There's so much thought. I'm putting so much thought into the project. We got to work on this pattern. Is this going to be wide enough, thin enough, or whatever? Where's our chisel? How are we going to decorate? Well, there's so much thought going into that process that it pushes everything out. We get a break from all the noise that's going on around us all day long. And there's at work and the music and TV and the boss and Gus. We get a minute to step away. Our brain is totally consumed on this project and thinking about it, looking forward to seeing it come out and making sure it's right. It forces all that out. And I think it's so important. It's so important that we can step away from all of that for just a minute. So great craft. So many pluses. So many pluses. So anyway, okay. Ribs, Dean. Ribs. I couldn't miss that one. Ribs. Right. Let's see. Okay, everybody's in for Gage. Nice. Now we're back over to comments. Very nice. Excuse me. Yeah, shooting all morning. It's a rule. I'm not supposed to do that, but I'm breaking that rule. Uh, Sierra Mooney, I finally made it into a live. It's been years. Well, I'm glad you're back. Sierra, glad you're here. And I deleted my Facebook so I can't get the fan page. Missed you guys. Sierra, missed you too. Good to see your name pop up. Come on in. Make yourself at home. Absolutely. Oh, red beans and rice, Frank. That's one of my wife's favorite dishes is red beans and rice with some fresh cilantro. Oh man, little jalapeno in the beans, some good southern cornbread, little bit of sweet to it. Oh crap. Love you, man, but wish you hadn't brought that up. All right. So anyway, we're doing burgers on the grill tonight because, as I mentioned, spring is here. Spring has arrived. It's a little bit windy today, and our cat Bruce, he's used to be cute. Now he's just a bud. Anyway, he doesn't like it when it's windy. It blows his hair around, and he doesn't like to go outside when it's windy. So he's in here bored, probably going to make an appearance. But now that I say that, won't come anywhere near the camera. Yeah, because now it's only I want to go in, I want to go out, and I want to eat. Other than that, leave me alone. Right? Yeah. You used to be cute and cuddly. Anyway, okay. Oh, JR time. How do I come back after months? and the first thing I hear is food. No, Jared, time. Sorry about that. We'll talk leather. I promise. We got stuff we're supposed to talk about, but somehow I keep circling back to ribs. Okay, so, uh, oh, let's see, Kodiak Edge bladesmithing. Oh, that sounds lovely. Thank you for being here. All right, so Chuck, hello, sir. I finally get to see you live. What's up, my mentor? Bless your heart. I don't know if I'm worthy of that, but I hope you're having a great time with the leather. And thanks for jumping in. Thanks for joining us today. Absolutely. Let's see, Donald Elrod, Gage. All right, Donald, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. Keep my fingers crossed. Oh, Carl, it's crawfish season here in Louisiana. Maybe we should say like, um, let's talk some leather and food. Is that because? And I've always joked about this. I'm starting to show my age, and I really, man, I joke that when we were all in our 20s, when we'd go somewhere, like for a weekend, where's the bar? Where's the party? Where's all the happenings? Where's the concert? Now it's like, where's the buffet? Right? Where's the affordable buffet? Unfortunately, that's true. So food does kind of seem to play a lot in, but at the same time, I mean, we're just dealing with the other part of the cow, right? Both sides of the cow. In fact, I told somebody that. Hold on. Sorry about that. Yeah, my throat starts to get a little tired this time of day, but um, got where were we? Got a burger this weekend, and I guess the guy cooking them put it up on the. Where were we? Maybe it was barbecue. Anyway, I just said something like, "Oh, well, we deal with both sides of the cow," and he said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "I work on leather," and he took him. It's like, "Oh, I get it." So yeah, working on both sides. Anyway, oh man, I did bass singer. I used to sing bass in a country quartet. No kidding. Wow, that's very cool. Love the bass. Oh, absolutely. Um, well, Crystal Hennington, you're exactly right, Chuck. Without food, we can't leather. They go hand in hand. That's exactly right because we are an offshoot of the meat industry. No meat, no leather. We are totally dependent on the meat industry for our leather. So keep eating them big fat steaks. Amen. I'll try. I'm doing my best. In fact, I'm going to try hard tonight to see if I can help. So, burgers on the grill. Oh, we're back to that. Oh, and my wife makes such great homemade fries. Oh, okay, back to leather. I promise. We're going back to leather. Um, okay, Lauren made pizza Monday. Oh, we're back to food, aren't we? Barbecue chicken pizza with pineapple and jalapenos, nerdy kitten. Oh, sweet, spicy, and savory. Oh, and Lane, bless your heart. Late again, why can't daylight savings be consistent on both sides of the pond? Because it makes sense. So, yeah, I think we're actually talking about nixing that. Like Phoenix. I never know what time it is in Phoenix. So I don't know if that's good or bad. Nixing daylight savings. Um, couple of the statistics say that more crime and more auto accidents happen in the dark. So that might up those if we're going to work in the dark or we're coming home in the dark. I don't know. It's not my call. I can go either. Just fix it. I just fix it. I got duct tape. So, but Lane, you're exactly right. And I hate that. I'm sorry about that. Very confusing. Uh, man. Indie bass singer. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. Please forgive me. Bass singer, independent bass singer my wife got me started with leather not long before she passed away, and I'm so sorry to hear that. So I'm just an old retired guy learning new tricks. Bless your heart. Be in my prayers on that one. But the other side of that sentence, old guy learning new tricks. That's excellent. I hope I hope you love it. I hope it's therapeutic. I hope you're making some beautiful stuff. I hope you're enjoying every minute of it. Absolutely. I hope you are. Um, let's see. All right. Do you have an advice on storing leather? I'm grateful to have this problem. True, but it's getting difficult to move around the shop. Yeah. I do, basics roll your leather. Some are going to roll. Chromes, typically, they'll roll, absolutely. But what happens is over time, as the chromes, like if we don't roll it real tight, over time, it starts to sink and then we start to get lines in it. Now, those lines, I've never tried this, but I've heard that you can somewhat iron out fold and pin lines on leather like chromes, probably, or more specifically, just with an iron set on the lowest setting that's like a wool setting, maybe you might could iron that out, kind of rework those fibers a little bit. But chromes typically, I would say roll those very tight. Just roll them as tight as you can, so they don't really have room to flatten out. Um, Definitely out of the light, out of direct light. Now in your shop, um, like on one side of my shop is where I keep all my leather. There's just not a lot of lighting over there. It's not like I'm trying to keep it, it's not going to light fade that bad. Chromes typically won't light fade. Typically, leather that's been dyed and top coated, not so much. It's the natural veg. Um, and there's a couple other, but typically, once leather's dyed and top coated, it's not really going to fade much unless it lays out in the sunshine all day, every day. Um, but your veg tan absolutely will. We've got a good video. I mean, we could actually use light fading to our advantage. Got a cool video on that. Took a panel, and a star, just cut a little star out of, um, I can't remember what we used. Probably poster board or something. Anyway, just laid it on. I literally laid that in the sun. A couple 4 or 5 hours later, we got a cool little star design on our leather. Now, if we dyed it, possibly disappear, but who knows? Didn't go that far with it. But nonetheless, it's a cool idea. But also with your veg, it might not hurt just to keep it in a trash bag. Like Home Depot's got these real big contractor bags. They're not expensive, they're just little cheap, thin plastic, but they're like 4 or 5 feet deep. Um, and I mean, a box of 100 of them is like, I don't know, $10, something. Anyway, um, but make sure they're not the clear ones, but get the black ones. You can always keep your veg tan in those, not going to light fade at all. So, um, typically the problem is your natural veg, um, and maybe dyed veg too, like your holster leathers. We got a new color in our holster leathers. It's like a chocolate, maybe not chocolate, but it's a deeper, richer. It's gorgeous. It's Now I kind of like the saddle tan. It's okay. It's a pretty color, and the black is good. What I'm talking about on my holster leather is pre-dyed veg tan. So you can stamp it, tool it, form it, and then top coat it. But the new color is beautiful. Anyway, so you can keep it in trash bags. You can keep it in part of your shop, where there's not a lot of direct light, and it should be good for, if it's not direct light, years. I've got some leather over there that's been there forever. It oxidizes too. It's going to happen, but like over 4 or 5 years, as opposed to a couple of weeks. Direct light, couple of weeks. Anyway, hopefully that helps. Went off on a long rant there, but it is a good question, and it's a common problem for us because leathers will light fade. Um, so Sierra, thanks for bringing that up. Absolutely. Uh, and y'all also, toss in your good ideas. If anybody's got a good idea on storing your leather, humidity is a problem too. Now, typically in the winter, my shop gets good and dry, and if I leave it closed up, leather is a sponge for moisture. It really is. When I worked at a leathercraft retail store, that store, the humidity in there was like 20% all the time. And you could feel it simply because all that leather is going to absorb a lot of that moisture. But really, if I keep my shop closed during the summer, real hot, humid days, if I keep those doors shut, which we do anyway, typically, the moisture doesn't necessarily seem to be an issue. The weird thing, though, what I've learned is that the moisture isn't such a problem for your leather as it is for your tools. Cheaper tools, they're going to rust on you. Absolutely. And that typically is a bigger problem than the leather. But usually if we keep our shop closed up through the summer humid days, it's usually not really an issue. Um, let's see. Okay, so long rant on that one, but hopefully something in there will help you out. Uh, oh, let's see. I got to read this. Patricia Cleghorn. Um, David Warren. All right, answering David. I clean my shop and get it all organized. I keep a file on my phone of all the leather projects I want to work on and go through a stack of my hides. That usually motivates me to get going. There you go. That's a good plan on our phone. I'm not yet to where I put everything on my phone. I'm still a list person. The legal pads. Yeah, the downside to that, I've got 9 lists all over my shop and they rarely come together in one organized list. Not going to happen. But nonetheless, still, it's a great idea just to keep all your leather projects, just anything you see, in a folder somewhere around your cutting table or wherever, just jot something down. When you go through it, something's going to jump off of that page and you're going to go, nailed it. And now you got a project and you're rolling. Yeah. So Patricia, thanks for jumping in with that one. Uh, Darren Trussell. Oh man, it's been a while since you were here, but come on in. Jump in when you can. We have lives, we have work, we have kids, we have hobbies, we have big kids. Y'all jump in when you can. Absolutely. And that's the biggest point. Jump in and say hello, and we'll say hello right back. And if you've got to get back to life, doesn't matter. We're thinking about you. Yeah, absolutely. So Mike T, Pennsylvania. Um, MT Patriot 1889. Hello from Montana. Oh man. Ah, one of the prettiest parts of the country. Absolutely. Montana, Wyoming. I'll be in Wyoming in a month and a half, something in there. Um, just spectacular. Spectacular. Uh oh, good. Okay, DL Leather Company. Somebody helping the DL out. Very nice. Y'all, big part of this. We want to just spread. Leather crafters. It's just there's no holding secrets. We can't wait to tell somebody how to do something or show them how to, or something we came up with or a mistake we encountered, how we fixed it, how we got around it. And I agree. Talking about just again, getting us to talk about leather. That's not difficult. The trick's getting us to shut up. Right. So anyway, uh Colleen Bowers. Oh, Mike T. Such a great point, Mike. Excuse me. Um, and Mike, great one. I shop at Goodwill for purses and wallets, etc. Then cut those up and use them as templates for my projects. You're exactly right, Mike. That's a great source for us crafters, Goodwill. And I mean, think of all the great things from this. Well, first off, Goodwill, great company, and they're going to make a profit, and that's going to help. We can get rid of stuff through Goodwill, and then you can go to a Goodwill store. Patterns, yes, absolutely, but also hardware, like all kinds of. You probably are going to see hardware that was ordered by a company for that specific line of purse or bag or belt or keychain or whatever. Um, and it's not on the market. We can't find this stuff out there. So you may well run into all kinds of great hardware. But at the same time, if you paid $10 for a leather jacket, I got no problem taking that home, cutting it up, and making a pattern. So great, Mike. Thanks for bringing that up. Goodwill, folks. Absolutely. It's a great asset for us for a number of good reasons. Okay, Colleen helping out. Very cool. Colleen, thank you. Patricia Cleghorn. All right, to David Warren. All right. One of my grandkids call me and say, Grandma, can you make me that always, you're exactly right. And I'm going to bring up another one because this has happened to me so many times. Somebody asks you, hey, can you make so and so? I've never made one. I've never thought. But you know what? If you take it on, then all of a sudden you figure out, hey, I can make those too. And now you've got another project in your repertoire that you can make. People asking you about making things to me is one of the best ways to motivate me in a new direction. And this happened just recently. And um, my mom, bless her heart, they have a big church and Must Ministries. Um, she got me to make a bunch of little um uh not book markers, little 2x8 piece. She wanted a cross embossed in it. Well, I don't have a cross die, so we made a video on this because took some of our pattern sheeting, took 2 sheets. I think on the one for the video, did 3 sheets, glue our padding sheet in together, and then cut out a cross, and then used the 4 ton to press that in, and it looked great. I've got to step up on that now. I'm gonna I'm almost kicking around the idea of mentioning it now because it's a cool idea, but it's not a huge world changing, life changing, right? So I'm a little on the fence about just making a video on kind of that one thing, but it kind of does open up the doors to so many other possibilities. The point is that we can make simple press dies, impression dies in our shop with just the materials that we have, and they're not great. They're not gonna last forever. In fact, the one I made lasted for exactly 17 impressions, and then it came apart. The point is, there's all kinds of possibilities here. You know what? If I can't figure out how to expand that into a video, then the next time we get together, I'll bring it up because it's kind of a out of left field freaking idea that just hit me. Anyway, um, forgot where I was. Yeah, okay. My wife says, Chuck, don't do that. That makes everybody crazy. Yeah, it makes me crazy too. Something detached. Now I don't know where I was. Anyway, yeah, okay. We were talking about motivation. Yeah, okay. Circle right. Okay. Patricia, thank you. Yeah, right. Thank you for that one because that brought me back around to uh but great point. Great point. Motivation and the grandkids. How can you say no? Right? How can you say no? Let's see. All right. I'm trying to get a little more current here. Oh, let's see. Christopher Barnes. Haven't been in the shop. Just had surgery 2 weeks ago. And they put me on blood thinners. Oh, figured that would make it difficult to not bleed on the leather. It's a good point. It's a good point. Who's bled on their projects? Who's bled enough on your project that that project can actually be considered a relative, right? No, no, I can't raise my hand on that one. I luckily with Leathercraft, I'll tell you the one place that I've seen the most and the worst injuries in Leathercraft, the little rotary cutters. I don't necessarily use one. Great for the chromes, great for the thinner leathers, because that wheel turns. I mean, I don't use them because I don't really work with a lot of the thinner leathers. My box knife works there anyway, but the blades are replacement blades are a little bit expensive. But the thing is, you can run over your fingers with those in a bloody, and I've seen so many of those. Let's don't even Ixnay on the Otary Ray Laid Bay. Is that right? Is that even close? Anyway, Ixnay on that one. Let's move forward because the point is we don't have the opportunity for a lot of very bad injuries. Luckily, most of ours are small cuts and anyway, excuse me. I know I gotta quit shooting in the morning. I say that every time, don't we? Anyway, um, where are we? Golly, it's 3:40. This is gonna go off here any second. All right. So our giveaway, we're about to have a winner on that. And after every live, I look over here and go, crap, we didn't talk about any of this stuff. All right. So this is gonna ding here in just a second. Miriam's gonna get us a winner, but then we're gonna talk about snaps because I would rather punch myself in the face than have to try to set a line 20 snap. Does anybody? Yeah, okay. I'm just being honest. All right. So let's see. Oh, you know what? This is a strange twist. Okay. So Miriam has informed me last time's winner never claimed their prize. So I picked two this week. Oh, that worked out, didn't it? And it would be nice if last time's winner went, oh crap, and three winners. Because I want to give away one of these to everybody here. The boss would really, oh boy, I'd have to update my resume. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. So we have two winners. Dean Geiger, and I hope I'm saying that right because I don't know if it's spelled right here, and David S. We have two winners. Dean and David, y'all, congratulations on that. We got two gauges going out this week. Here's what you're going to do. Okay. You're going to email us at supplyinfo@weaverbrands.com. Supplyinfo@weaverbrands.com. Okay. We're going to need your name, phone number, and shipping address, and we will get one of these out to both of y'all. Dean and David, congratulations. I hope this is a big help to you in your shop. So let's see. Let me back up here because I'm about to put my foot in my mouth again. Now we're just going to move on. We're just going to move on. So Dean and David, congratulations. Email us and we'll get you a gauge on the way. And thank you, Miriam. Very nice touch. Two giveaways this week. Very cool. Very cool. So, all right. So we've got that. We've got only a few minutes left. And I have pages of information here for like new folks, just little segments for the new folks. All right, so let's do this. We're going to talk about snaps for here for a minute, and you'll see where we're going. Let's see. Okay, I got another comment there from Miriam. We'll figure that one out. Anyway, all right, so on snaps, I love the line 24 snaps, but those are really only good for like 7 to 8, 8 to 9. All right, line 20 snaps. Well, in fact, let me back up because line 24s. First off, don't forget about these because I love these are our decorative line 24 snaps. They're gorgeous. You can actually design a project around these snaps. In fact, that's a little sporin we did. Got the little Celtic knotwork on there. They look so good. Oh, the shotgun snap. That one always goes over well. Sorry, y'all. I know my throat's getting tired. We're fine. We're close. Anyway, so don't forget about our decorative cap line 24 snaps. I absolutely love these. Look great. Nice touch on a project. Well, so line 24 snaps, they're not too bad to set. Okay. We step down to a line 24. I don't want to set a line 24 to save my life. These are for lighter weight leathers. Look just like a line 24, but it's just a smaller cap. The problem with line 20s, the post, it's a very thin metal. And if you've never crushed one of those sideways or split one of those open, you haven't set a line 20. They will just ruin your day. Okay. You can set line 20. All right. Here's where I'm going with this. Sigma snaps, because these are almost a forgotten snap. Now it's that way with me because when I used to work somewhere else, I never used these because every time I set one, they wouldn't bite. They wouldn't bite. So what I'd have to do is I'd have to set the cap and the socket. All right. So you got cap, socket, stud, and post. All right. So the socket, I'd always have to take a little cedar, one of my stamp tools, and open that up a little bit so it would bite, right? What a headache. Okay. You open that up just a billionth of an inch too much. Now it won't bite, right? I just quit using them. Just screw it. I'm done with these snaps. I'm never going to use one. Okay. So jumped over to Weaver. Well, it's not the snap. It was the setter because right here, and I'm going to kind of go off script here. I'm all over the place. You know what? Anyway, so we've got this 4-piece. This is our deluxe 4-piece setter set. Could not be happier with this. So with this, we can set our rivets. Great thing about that one. There we go. Concaved in, all right, for setting our rivet caps. But the one rivet setter I used until I started with Weaver is that little one that's about 3.5 inches long, right? They work. They're fine. But I've always called those the knuckle busters because when you hold that setter, you're holding it about right there. Guess what's right next? Right. That releases a string of bad words. Oh, it's pretty ugly gestures too. The point is that now with this larger setter, never happened to me. Yeah, but that's a big, substantial setter that'll set anything. We also have line 20, line 24, and then we have our Sigma setters. So with these, we've got a post and we've got an indent. You cannot go wrong with these setters. I have never botched a Sigma snap, not once since I've been at Weaver. So come to find out, and I didn't really think about this, is that it wasn't the Sigma snaps, it was the setter that was bad. Didn't open that snap up enough. It didn't open the socket up enough. Now with these, we've got these in 6 different finishes. So right there, I think that's called a pewter. Antique copper, antique brass, brass, nickel, gunmetal. I think that's it in the pewter. I think that's it. But the point I'm making here, you can't go wrong with a Sigma snap. They are so easy to set. Now, weight-wise, anyway, weight-wise, these are good for from a 8 to 9 and down. 8 to 9 is about the max. But in fact, that piece right there, that's an 8 to 9, and it's no problem. Oh, yeah. I mean, really, you can't. Let's try this one. You can't go wrong with these snaps, right? So anyway, I would say 8 to 9 ounce and down. But they're so easy to set. Now, one other point I wanted to mention because I've got this over here. Not that. All right, so these are our decorative cap line 24s. And again, I love them. But one cool point. If you go to the hardware store, they always have these little packs of nut. It's a screw, a bolt, and a washer. Well, with those, you can take that washer and you can actually turn those into a concho, decorative concho. I wish I'd thought to get an example of that. I have one somewhere. Anyway, you just set it and that post just curls down on that washer and you've got a very cool concho. I think my favorite though, the compass rose, the Celtic knot, the buffalo, the cross, the floral. Oh, you know what? I like all of them. I just like all of these. Anyway, the point is, decorative cap line 24s, don't forget about those because I absolutely love them. I got every one of them. But Sigmas, if you're having trouble setting snaps on lighter weight leathers, go to Sigma. You'll never look back. I can promise you that. You'll never botch a set. And there's also, okay, so that's our product of the week. Sigma snaps. Technically, Sigma snaps and our 4-piece setter set. You can't go wrong with that. You can set everything. Now, there's 2 more things I want to mention because these are just some of the best things that I think Weaver has ever introduced as new products. First off, double-sided tape. Oh, man. Forever, if I need to sew something or I need to connect something long enough to get a stitch line or chisel line, I've used contact cement or the white glue. Works. Kind of a pain in the butt. This just lays down and it is strangely strong. Now, if you're getting up to like saddlebags, you gusset, it's not that strong. Now, we do have wider. I think we've got this up to like 1/2 inch or maybe 3/4 of an inch wide. But for everything else, this is about the biggest help in my shop. I use it all the time. And the other is a leather marking pen. Oh man, have you ever tried to mark black leather? Impossible. Ink pen, you can kind of see a little bit of the burgundy as it reflects off the light. Oh, well, that's good. Right. Hope, not a strategy when you're cutting your panels, right? I hope I'm on the line. Leather marking pen, and it rubs right off. Now, if it doesn't just rub right off, little wet cloth, take it right off. This is one of the best things going, been one of the biggest helps to me. So, sales pitch on both of those, but for a great reason. Love both of them. Double-sided tape and our leather marking pen. Okay. All right, let's do this because I got to keep my job. Notes from the boss. Let's jump over to that. All right, so stock up on hardware. 20% off right now. I just brought up Sigma snaps. I mean, oh, and these 3 cents a piece. If you buy a 100 pack, they're $30 retail, 3 cents a piece. If I'm pricing a project, I might not even go to the trouble to add that 3 cents because while saying that sentence, I actually wasted 4 cents, right? So anyway, wait, yeah, JR time. Yeah, which reminds me of John Belushi in Animal House, but I can't say that because family show, right? Yeah. Oh, but I'm so close, dude. So close. Uh, Jim Jenkins. Chuck, when a set snaps, I put post through, then socket. I take a Phillips head screwdriver with point on post in and give a tap. That starts an X, then finish with setter. Jim, good call. Nice technique on that. But more than that, thanks for mentioning it. Thanks for bringing that up. Very cool idea. Uh, oh gosh, Sierra, we'll try that. Okay, they should make more Chuck t-shirts. I'd love a bad words and ugly gestures one. I'll mark that down because I agree on that one. I agree on that. Oh, nerdy kitten just stocked up on my hardware. Actually, I'd like you stocked up. Are you organized enough to actually stock up on your hardware? Right there, I'm impressed. Right there, I'm impressed. Let's see, but I wish I knew about segment snaps before I placed an order. Next order, next order. Sorry about that. Actually, though, with savings, maybe the savings will counteract the shipping if you need to place another small order. So I always need to place another small order because I don't care how many times I go over my list. The minute I place that order, it's like, oh crap, I need it. Oh, it's a every time. Okay, here's another one. Have you ever finished a project and thought, you know what? I should have done it this way. Really? Now? Or a video. I do that with videos. I'll finish a video, I'm like, God, oh, you know what? We should have done this. Anyway. All right. Okay. Next one under the notes from the boss because I got to keep organized here, right? Keep going off on rants. Yeah. Hair on hide. Oh, hair on hide sale starts tomorrow. I have hair. I got 3 of them over there. I think I got a brindle, black and white, and brown and white. Because when I was in Ohio last time, I saw them and they're just gorgeous. And I said, I gotta bring them. We gotta make some hair on projects. And I've got 3 or 4. They're on my list. They're on the list. Boot bag, right? A boot bag, hair on. Who doesn't want to do that? Evidently me. It's on the list. It's on the list. No, but that one about getting done with a project and then going, wow, I should have done it this way. That sucks. It'll just crush. She'll make another one. See, we solved that problem. I can solve all the world's problems without even trying. Sticks. Yeah. Right. Let's see. Okay. Coach Dave, I'm glad you're with us. Good to see your name pop up. All right. Hey Chuck, for a future video, maybe do a bag with an internal pouch, but the zipper is on the inside. This problem is eating my lunch right now. Thanks, Coach Dave. Now it's going to be eating my lunch too. I thought we were friends. It's a good call. I'll mark that down. Absolutely. Uh, I know John Barton. John, thank you. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I went to the physical Weaver store about a week ago, forgot a few things and had to order an online order, then forgot something from the online order, so I had to place a second. John, we sound a lot alike. And I'm sorry to say that. Oh man, anyway. Tom Leary, gotta leave early. Tom, nonetheless, appreciate you being here. Absolutely. Uh let's see, Stephen Wimmer. Oh, passport with AirTag wallet. Going on the list. Going on the list. Good call on that one. Uh Tom Leary, I use a 1912 Singer with an industrial motor from the 1970s. I bet when you go through a lot of these old school leather shops, they're just all the equipment was hand equipment that somebody in the 20s strapped a motor to, and the stuff is still going. That's buy it once. Buy it once. Uh, Ralph Morrow, don't forget the Buffalo. I know, Ralph, you're right. It's still over there, and I see it every time I walk by and go, I'm actually doing what I say most ardently not to do. Don't buy a piece of leather that's so expensive that you're scared to cut into it. That defeats the whole damn purpose of everything. And the world might just implode because of that, right? Yeah. So I did that. We'll talk more about that. Yeah, JR time. Still haven't cut the buffalo. Anyway, all right, so it's 4 o'clock. We got the majority of everything here. I think we looked at everything, and Tim Wagster, I agree. 1 hour goes by so fast. And why doesn't work do this? Right? Why doesn't time at the DMV do this? Having fun with it. We got the best craft going. Hands down, just a fact. No bias there. Y'all, it's been an absolute pleasure. It always is. I love the lives. We get together and talk to people that speak our language. Great tips, great comments, great ideas, great questions. Y'all, thanks for making the live what it is. And I appreciate it more than you can imagine. We'll get together in 2 weeks. We'll do a giveaway. The next one is from me. So we're going to do something from my shop to your shop. Hallelujah. All right. Y'all have a great evening, great weekend, great second half of your week. Get something great on your table and make something beautiful. Again, we have the best craft going, and we're not afraid to say it out loud. That's right. All right. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Love y'all. Bye.